Hi, my name is Kelsey Kennedy, and I'm a sophomore here at Millersville University. Um, I'm from Southern York County, and I am an early childhood and special education major. The classes that I'm interested in are obviously education classes because I'm an ed major, but I'm also really interested in psychology and anthropology classes. I just think that they're really interesting. Some of my job experience includes scooping ice cream at an ice cream shop by my house, teaching in a preschool, and babysitting. My volunteering experience, um, I have volunteered in special education classrooms, early childhood education classrooms. I volunteered in a retirement home in the dementia unit. I handed out snacks and we did help them with activities like bingo and like trivia games. Um, I also helped organize the autism walk for my high school for several years. Um, in my free time, I like to read. I like to play video games, like GameCube games, like Mario and SpongeBob games. I like to watch Netflix. I like to go to the mall with my friends. And I like to sit outside. I like to go to the pond and feed the ducks and the squirrels. Some clubs I've been involved in on campus are Study Buddies and Best Buddies, but I would like to get involved in more clubs that don't necessarily pertain to my major because I know that there's a lot more clubs that don't actually involve education that I would also be interested in. Other activities I like to do on campus, I like to go to the movie nights that UAB holds, and I like to go see like the magicians and the comedians that they set up to perform in the SMAC. I really think that those are like cool activities that not a lot of people go to, but I really like to go to them. Why do I want to be part of career and life studies? My cousin Adam, he was a student at LifeLink PSU, which is a really similar program that is held at Penn State. I found out before I was actually admitted to Millersville that they were doing a similar program here, and ever since then I've wanted to be involved in it because I know how much my cousin loved the program at Penn State, so I wanted to be involved in the one here at Millersville. I think that I would be a great CLS coach because I've worked with and made friends with a lot of people with intellectual disabilities. And in high school, I did a lot of similar things that this job entails, like helping them with their homework or helping them with like personal issues. And I want to be a special education teacher one day. So this job would be not only a great learning opportunity, but like I think I'd be great at it because this is basically what I'm passionate about and what I want to do with my whole life. So I think it'd be a great job for me. How I would help a student get connected and form relationships. First of all, I would like to help them get involved in clubs that they're interested in because it's always easier to make friends with people that have similar interests to you. So that would be a good way for them to make friends. Also, I would like to help them make friends within their classes so they'd have someone to talk about classwork with or study with other than people who are involved in CLS so they could get out there more. If they're struggling with interpersonal relationships, I have a lot of insight into that because I've definitely struggled with interpersonal relationships in the past. So I have a lot of insight and advice based on that. And hopefully I can help them learn through my experiences. If they're struggling with a personal issue, first and foremost, I would listen to them because I'm a great listener. Whatever it is they're struggling with, sometimes it just helps to talk about it. So first I would like to do that. Second, if the issue is bigger than something you just want to talk about, I would encourage them to use the counseling services if it's something that I couldn't give them good enough advice on, because I know that not all problems can be handled that simply, so the counseling services are a good way to go. If they're having issues with time management, I know I've had major issues with time management when I first started college, and it really helped to write a schedule out, so I would help them do that, write a schedule. And it also helps to write their assignments in a planner so they don't forget to do them. So I'd help them with that as well. To help them become a member of the learning community, I would definitely encourage them to take classes that they're interested in, because I know that they'll definitely enjoy to take classes more if they're interested in them rather than just taking some boring gen eds. So that'll definitely help them get involved in the learning community. I would also like to make sure that they know that there's a lot of different ways that they can get involved in the classroom, not just raising their hand and answering a question. They can get involved in class discussion, group discussion, do well on their tests. They can get involved in any way like that. It doesn't have to be like one simple way of getting involved. There's lots of different ways. If they're having difficulties with an employer, if it's just a small issue that doesn't really need to be handled, I would just tell them, you won't always like who you work with. It's life. So that's what I would say if it was just a small issue. But if it was something that really did need to be dealt with, I would definitely tell them they should schedule a meeting with their employer so they could talk about it. And if they would want me to be there, I would obviously be there for support and to help out with that meeting, if they were more comfortable that way. A time I had to self-advocate for myself. Growing up, I was always known as the quiet kid. They didn't really think much else of me. I was just the girl who was quiet and didn't talk very much. So I was put into this program in my middle school where I could create this really cool project, and I got to present it to my whole 6th grade class. And after I presented it, they didn't only know me as the quiet kid anymore. That wasn't my only defining characteristic. I was smart, I was creative, so that was definitely a cool time in my life where I got to self-advocate for myself. If they have to self-advocate for themselves, I'll definitely be there for support, and asking for accommodations. I would suggest that they schedule a meeting with their professor before classes start, so that the accommodations are set for when classes actually begin. And I would attend that meeting as well if they wanted me to. So I really hope that I can be a part of this program in the fall. Thank you for watching.